What is up, guys? My name is RyanSuze18 on the RyanSuze18 Forever channel, and I have to say, guys, it is great to be back on YouTube.com. Tonight, I'm going to be doing my WWE Smackdown live review for July 19th, 2016. I'm going to start off by listing all the draft picks that happened tonight, even after WWE Smackdown Live went off the air onto the WWE Network. So let's just get that out of the way so we can find out what the rosters are going to look like for Raw and SmackDown. So these go by how they were selected. These are not separation between Raw and SmackDown. So let's just get things started. I'm not going to try to bore you with every single pick. So let's just get it rolling so we can get into the point of the video and I can explain to you about my hiatus and my plans on moving forward. So to start off the night, the number one overall draft pick was Seth Rollins to Raw. Then we have Dean Ambrose to SmackDown. Raw picked up Charlotte to claim the women's title. AJ Styles went to SmackDown. Finn Balor came up from NXT to Raw. Roman Reigns got drafted to Raw. We had John Cena drafted to SmackDown. Brock Lesnar drafted to Raw. Randy Orton to SmackDown. The New Day, oh, it's the New Day, yes it is, went to Raw. Sami Zayn went to Raw. We have Bray Wyatt going to SmackDown. Sasha Banks, the boss, went to Raw. Becky Lynch, the last kicker, went to SmackDown. Chris Jericho, Y2J, the stupid idiot, whatever you want to call him, went to Monday Night Raw. Rusev with Lana went to Raw. The Miz with Maryse went to SmackDown, so there's a separation between the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship being on separate brands. Anyway, so Raw got Kevin Owens. SmackDown got Baron Corbin. Enzo and Cass, the certified G's, went to Monday Night Raw. The club, referring to Gallows and Anderson, went to Monday Night Raw. So now we had to see if maybe the Balor Club might be in formation up there in Monday Night Raw, or maybe they just go their separate ways and they just continue going on with the club as in Gallows and Anderson. So anyway, then SmackDown got a huge tag team pick in American Alpha. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, two of NXT's greatest superstars on their roster, coming up to SmackDown. Next we have is Big Show going to Monday Night Raw. We have Dolph Ziggler going to SmackDown. Nia Jax, The Rock's cousin, or whatever whatever you want to call it. Nia Jax goes to Monday Night Raw. Returning Neville is going to Monday Night Raw. SmackDown got Natalya. Cesaro is going to Monday Night Raw. Alberto Del Rio is going to SmackDown. Sheamus is going to Raw. The Golden Truth to Raw. The Usos are going to SmackDown. Titus O'Neal to Raw. Kane, or Demon Kane, goes to SmackDown. Paige goes to Raw. Darren Young with Bob Backlaund are going to Raw. We have Kalisto, going to SmackDown. We have Sin Cara going to Raw, so the Lucha Dragons are separated. We'll see how their careers go. I feel Kalisto's going to have more of a bigger run or a bigger push than Sin Cara on the on the SmackDown brand. But anyway, Naomi gets drafted to SmackDown just to build up the Divas division on SmackDown. Jack Swagger going to Raw. We have the Ascension going to SmackDown. The Raw gets the Dudley Boys. SmackDown gets Zack Ryder. Raw gets Summer Rae. Then we have Apollo Crews going to SmackDown, which is a great pickup for SmackDown. Nice young talent who are willing and determined to boost the ratings for SmackDown. We have Raw getting Mark Henry, just a veteran to fill the slots. SmackDown gets Alexa Bliss from NXT, who's coming up to go to SmackDown. Braun Strowman to Raw, so the separation of the Wyatt family has occurred. So Braun Strowman's going to be on Raw. Bray Wyatt's going to be on SmackDown. Then we have Breezango going to SmackDown. Then we have Bo Dallas, one of the members of the Social Outcasts, going to Raw. We have Eva Marie going to SmackDown. The Shining Stars and Primo and Epico going to Monday Night Raw. We have the Vaudevillains going to SmackDown, just to build up the tag team division down there on SmackDown Live. Raw gets Alicia Fox. SmackDown gets Eric Rowan, so maybe a tag team can be assembled with Rowan and Strowman, or they just go their separate way. Eric Rowan goes to SmackDown, so we could see just Bray Wyatt and Strowman either joining together, or maybe they just go their separate ways after Battleground. Next we have Deanna Brooke going to Raw, so she can just stay with Charlotte up there in Raw. Then we have SmackDown getting Mojo Rawley. Pretty much you can see the Hype Bros come back together, or like I said, all these teams could just go their separate ways and just work on their own project. Then Raw gets Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, I don't really see really doing much on Raw. Maybe as just a tweener, I mean not tweener, as a jobber more than anything. And then SmackDown, the final pick of the draft is Carmella coming up from NXT to go to SmackDown to build up once again to build up the SmackDown division on SmackDown. I mean, excuse me, the women's division on SmackDown. So now we go to the main show. We have John Cena versus Luke Gallows, a pretty interesting match. Obviously, you had somewhat of an interference with Enzo and Cass and AJ Styles and Carl Anderson, but John Cena would hit the AA on Luke Gallows and pick up the victory. The Miz and Rusev, the Intercontinental Champion Miz and Rusev team up to face on Darren Young and Zack Ryder. The crossface chicken wing was applied to the Miz by Darren Young, and that's how Darren Young and Zack Ryder got the victory. Then we have Xavier Woods going up against Bray Wyatt. I thought this match would go on a little bit longer, but Xavier Woods, I don't know, he's a great talent, but at the same time he really doesn't wrestle as much as Big E and Kofi Kingston. He's just there, he's not like a wrestler. He's just like more of a manager type base. He's always pulling the Francesca 2 and stuff outside the ring. But anyway, so Sister Abigail gets applied to Woods, and that's how Bray Wyatt picks up the victory. Then we have Kane versus Kevin Owens, but unfortunately we never got the match because Zayn would go on and attack Owens before their bout at Battleground, and then Kane would just simply double chokeslam them both and do his fire pyro, and then that would be the end of that little skit or segment. Then we have a 2-on-1 handicap match. We have Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks. Dana Brooke would tag in Charlotte while Sasha Banks is distracted, and then hit natural selection on Banks, and then would get the victory. Then we have Cesaro versus Chris Jericho. Probably the second match of the night. That was really good. The code breaker finish by Jericho was just phenomenal. Him hitting the code breaker on Cesaro as he was trying to go for the springboard European uppercut. But anyway, we move on as we see we cut to a commercial break, and then Becky Lynch attacks Natalya for her attack on Becky from Monday Night Raw, and that would just escalate for their feud going into Battleground this Sunday. Then we have Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship rematch from last night's Monday Night Raw, which I went to in Providence. Anyway, the match was a lot similar to what we saw on Monday Night Raw. There was just a lot of back and forth action, really good. They just have chemistry in the ring. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I mean, it's just a perfect mesh. I can't wait to see what Dean Ambrose does for the SmackDown brand and what Rollins does for the Raw brand. I know they're going to be phenomenal. That's just simply that's a no-brainer. But anyway, we pretty much go off with the same suplex that we saw on Monday Night Raw. As both men get up, Dean Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on Rollins, picks up the victory. Then we have Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan comes out to celebrate Ambrose's win. Then a yes chant just to finish off SmackDown Live. So anyway, guys, this has been my WWE Smackdown Live review for July 19th, 2016. Let me know your thoughts on WWE Smackdown Live. Let me know your thoughts on the brand split. Let me know what you think WWE is going to do. Are they going to keep one major title, or are they going to bring back the World Heavyweight Championship? What are they going to do with the tag team division? Are the New Day and all these teams going to be competing against each other on both brands, or how is the rankings going to go? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'll leave all the links down in the description box down below. Until the next time, guys, you know who I am. I'm Ryan18, signing off for the first time after 2 years. Until the next video, guys, I'm out.